Hello, Gemini. I'm here to do your tarot reading for today. I know I'm pretty new to this whole community, but yeah, hopefully this here will show you some type of self-improvement or show you exactly where you're at. And if you're contemplating a decision or something, maybe I can help you work through it. I'm not really here for relationship advice, but if it turns out in a reading, I'll just address it as such. But that's not really what I'm here for. I'm here just to kind of see where you're at, and hopefully my perspective on what I see will be able to, help you understand yourself a little bit more, or just your situation a little bit more. So, without further ado, let's start. Okay. So I have 3 cards that came out. Let's see. So you have the 10 of Coins, and this talks about building a legacy of some sort. And then you have the 9 of Coins, and this is somebody that's very self-driven, self-focused. In order to build a legacy, maybe you're thinking of like, how do I improve myself, or how do I improve my own finances before I can go ahead and start this legacy, or what is it that I'm missing that could give me the last coin to get to the 10, right? And the Hermit. So the Hermit talks about, being able to do, use this lantern here and go into like the inner depths of yourself and find the answers that you need. So it seems like in order to be have this fulfilling legacy role, you're needing to take a look inside yourself, and I think you understand that. But right now it seems like, what is it? Like, I'm kind of curious about what it is that you're thinking about. The owl talks about wisdom, right? Like that, there's an owl there, and then you have the deer and the cat. So it looks more like a buck, I suppose, right? That's a buck that's there. The buck stands for like stability. Like bucks eat or I guess deer in general, just eat very healthily. They're very strong, even though they don't eat any meat, right? The cats are kind of known for luck in a way, or they're known for like their agility, their ability to they're also very like spiritual animals too. So their ability to really kind of go into very dark places because their eyes, they can see in the dark basically. But this is what you're doing. You're closing your eyes and you're allowing your intellect and your stability and your intellectual agility be tested in yourself. But I think you're at a stalemate, I feel. With the 9 of Coins, you're very, how do I improve myself to get to a better position? And you have there's a hawk here, right? So you're already pretty smart as it is. So it seems like you're looking for something more. Maybe you do have children here, or people that like see you as this legacy type of person, as this having a family-oriented life. I know with the lantern, it's depicted as using the law or the commandments of God to help you guide you through a more fulfilling life. Maybe that's kind of what you're trying to go for here, because you have all these animals here that are around you, helping you and guiding you, but you're not seeing that as enough. So there's something about the law here. So let's get some Proverbs, because I have a deck of Proverbs here. So let's see what it is that you're looking for. 4 and 7. Okay. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So let's see. So that's 11. So you have 2 9s, a 10, and 11. So here, let me show you. Alright. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Maybe you're trying to understand what you already know, what you already have. Here, you're trying to understand it in a deeper spiritual way. So what else can we get? Let's see. Because I feel like you already know a lot. So what is it that, why is this not fulfilling you? There is that maketh himself rich, yet hath nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet hath great riches. What is that? 13:7. Again, this is 4:7. So you have 4:7 coming up twice. Because 1 and 3 is 4, plus the 7. So that's 11. So 11:11. You're hoping for something. Because you feel like you don't have enough. But it's like you already know that it is enough, but it's not enough to fulfill you. Maybe that's what you're looking for, a different kind of fulfillment. All right. Let's see what else we can get with this. Okay. I feel like you're seen as somebody that's wise, but you see yourself kind of in some kind of loop, like it's not a fulfilling role for some reason. You have the Chariot. Are you looking for a way out or something? I mean, you're very smart, driven. Looking for a way out, but what are you? Or you're looking for a faster way to get closer to yourself, or to get closer to that like spiritual side. You have a hidden enemy in yourself, I think, that you're kind of acknowledging, because she's almost like a warrior, right? Ready to kind of like tackle any obstacle that comes through, right? Like quickly and swiftly. You want to handle something very swiftly here. It's funny because I don't see any air cards. There's no swords or anything, so you're not using your logic. It's like something to do specifically with your finances. What can we get for the Hermit? I think all of this is focused on your inner self-knowing and self-searching. What else can we get on the Hermit? Okay, I'll take all of it. Why not? Okay. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. Let's read back to that. So you have patience here. This is 3 of Diamonds. So you want to do something very quickly, but it takes patience to get to that. You're looking for. So you have the 2 nines again, the 9 of Coins, but this is like the emotional fulfillment side. I think financially you're kind of like you're close to your financial fulfillment, or you're already in it, but it doesn't bring you happiness, and you're like, well, but why? Like, why doesn't it do that? You don't even have any conflicts around you, really. It's an inner conflict. Maybe something about your morals. Maybe you feel like your morals are being tested, or maybe you feel like you may have somehow jeopardized your morality, because this is your energy here, the 8 of Swords, 8 of Spades. You're somehow trapped in a cycle. You're somehow trapped in a cycle here. You are looking for improvement too. Maybe that's why you're going through the Hermit, right? But you don't see yourself as somebody who's very stable, who's very grounded. Maybe you feel like the way to get to this grounded being again is something that you're still lacking. But you have the 10 of Coins here, so like the 10 of Coins is somebody that just already being seen as grounded, but you don't feel that way in yourself. So, and then you have the Five of Swords in reverse. So you're trying to, I mean, again, this is like talking about possibly enemies coming around, but you don't, these enemies are not really there. It's just like an internal conflict. So you have the Queen here. Very, very driven, but you're being very receptive, and you're not kind of, you're collecting information, but you're not really sure what to do with the information. You want to come out as a Chariot. Whatever process you're going through, you have to kind of be, you have to be careful where you tread on in your spiritual journey here. And I think it makes you feel unstable. It makes you feel, you know, I mean, it doesn't make you feel grounded, because you're not on this physical plane. You're on a different plane now, dealing with a different kind of enemy, because it's not an enemy that is here in this physical world. It's like an internal conflict that you're dealing with. I wouldn't even say internal. It's kind of like, it's not a conflict people can see. It's only something you personally feel. So, let's see, what's this? What's the conflict? The world. Maybe you see the world very differently than other people. Maybe now you're seeing it very differently. Very, you have an upper view, an upper perspective of the world that other people may not be able to see. So you're seeing the issues that come with people that are self-fulfilling their own, finances. How do I put it? Like, they're being self-driven for money, for money reasons. But now, since you've already had this, it's like, what? It doesn't fulfill me. What is it that I'm missing? And you have the Queen of Cups. So you're coming off very compassionate as you're going through this, toward yourself and toward others. Maybe that's like what you're trying to. That's why you're avoiding enemies, is because you're very compassionate during this process of yours, not only to yourself but to others' perspectives of you. Like, you're not trying to criticize them. You're also very understanding of their viewpoint, because you probably came from that same place before. The Knight of Pentacles. Again, this is the Jack of Clovers here. So you're looking for slow movement and growth, but it takes patience. Because it's like you're rushing to this energy of being able to fight everything off, but you're not really meant to fight everything off. You're meant to kind of like sit there and do battle. And you have the King of Pentacles on the bottom. So yeah, you're meant to go through this experience to fight something, and only you would know. Like, I can't tell you what it is. It's something that you already have knowledge on. The Three of Pentacles talks about knowledge. I know it's like a romantic deck, but the Three of Pentacles talks about knowledge. Talks about the accumulation of your mastery level. I wouldn't even say you're ascending, but you're sort of recognizing that there's a mastery of the self here that you haven't completely learned everything from. So it's like you're continuously learning and growing. But people may see you like, okay, but you're already this, so what more growth do you need? But that's just external growth. You're looking for more internal growth. Okay, so what else can we get about the Chariot? So let's not do the Chariot. Let's do the Ten of Coins. What else do we know about the Ten of Coins? The Six of Hearts. So there's some kind of like past energy with this Ten of Coins. You're wondering if this version of you that you used to be is kind of outdated for you now, because maybe it wasn't built on something that maybe that was kind of built on hurt feelings or hurt emotions that were like causing you to save up for something specifically. Instead of going for your emotional fulfillment, you went for financial stability specifically because you were hurt by something or something hurt you. But you have two kings below that, so you're obviously seen as somebody that has it all together, but there's a lot of pain here that you had to go through. So you're deserving of this. You're deserving of having this. But when you look back at like what it took to get there, maybe that's just what a lot of people don't understand. So you're like going into your inner self and like healing and like recognizing things that that a lot of people are kind of not aware of that happened to you. So what else can we get? What can we get for the 9 of coins? You have the Joker. So that talks about like the leap of faith, but maybe you're trying to guide people to get them to go on this like I wouldn't even say self-reflection, but self-growth here. Like, you want to guide people through that, but you can only do that to certain people that have enough experience. Because I would think like the coins in this stands for like almost experience in a way, and you're wanting others to take a leap of faith in some kind of knowledge that they have in themselves, because you can, as a hermit, like you can pretty much see what it took for you to get there, so you can see what it takes for others to, and who has the potential and who doesn't. And maybe you're sort of like looking back on your family in a way, and you're like, well, they just don't have what it takes. Like these two girls in the back, they don't look like they're interested in what exactly he's writing down and doing. So he's looking at the painter, and it's like, well, who do I leave all of this to? And you want to take a leap of faith on somebody, but they need to have that look, they need to have that ambition to like use their knowledge in a similar way that you used it. Maybe not in the exact same way, but they have to go through certain paths, and some people they're not meant to have it. And I think that's your struggle here. You're looking for a way to give this like huge boost of like spiritual awakening and spiritual like power and spiritual knowledge, but somebody hasn't been able to carry all of it. Maybe that's what you're looking for here. So you're delving into yourself to help you understand who that person could be. You want to give them like basically a giant stepping stone. All right. What else can we get? Okay, well, let's use a scripture card for this. But I think you're doing the right thing, because you have to see what is it that triggered that that legacy in yourself, so you can find someone else that has a similar trigger and is already on that active road, right? But I think it's good that you're using all the forms of mastery that you understand so far and like kind of building on it, because that's how you like see that in other people. Okay, so you have another Proverbs. You have Revelation and Hebrew. So we'll start with Proverbs. So you have, what is this? You have 11:11 here. So you're looking for somebody that has a strong foundation already that you don't have to build upon. And then you have 20:11. So you have two 11s here. So let's see. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before obscure, unknown men. And that's who you're looking for. You're looking for somebody that is already working to improve on themselves. And so you're looking for that spiritually without having to really really scope it out. It's just something that you see and understand spiritually. It's through the way they talk. So you had a king and queen on here. You had two other kings. So you already are kind of aware of what it takes. You're just looking for that in other people, and that the person that you're looking for, I think, is just going to be diligent in his business, like probably in a very similar way you were, and not really expect any handouts. Like they're just going to kind of be doing their own thing, and it's hard to look and it's hard to look and to spot those things out. But that's your challenge here. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to figure yourself out to do. This is just as encouragement for you to kind of keep going with that inner search, because I'm not here to really give you the answer. I'm here to help you understand your role a little bit more clearly from a different perspective. And then you have Hebrews 2:18. So 2:18, 20. So again, you have 20 here, and then you have 20 here. For in that he himself hath suffered being tempted, he is able to succour them that are tempted. So this is talking about helping somebody go through this kind of phase.